Going back to high school, I've always been interested in finance and investment, and I was actually one of the few rare students back then to got an internship right after high school graduation. And I started my own portfolio, loved investments, loved stock picking, loved analyzing companies. And then throughout college, I studied applied math, economics, which is really relevant to finance, and got a few internships during college summers and holidays. And that landed me to a full-time job in investment banking and then private equity. And in 2009, an opportunity came right when the global financial crisis hit, where MCL, the original partners and founders, were at their retirement age, and they've always worked with us on a project level. One of them is actually a relative of mine, and they've said to us and to other younger partners, why don't you guys come on board and take this company to the next level and continue the legacy. I think timing is extremely important, and definitely one of the reasons why my career or my personal path has come to this way. I think with timing comes opportunity, comes with people you meet, and other factors as well. So I think that time has been pretty much one of the top three most important factors, because if, for example, if it wasn't the global financial crisis, I may be working for a few more years with a private equity fund, and if it wasn't at that point where this opportunity came about, someone else may have done it. And if I didn't start so early in college or right after college, then I may have taken a few more years to develop this passion or interest. So I think timing played a pivotal role in every milestone in my life. The major areas are fitness, so I like to make sure I go to swim or play tennis or go to the gym 2-3 times a week. I love contemporary art, so I make sure that whenever there are a museum or gallery openings, I spend the time to take a look, to learn more about emerging or new artists globally. And then I also involve myself in charity. So my family supports a few charities, from underprivileged children to disabled to the handicapped already. So I support them passively, but on the other hand, I like to spend my time mentoring. So really sitting down with local kids from my school, St. Paul's Co-ed, from a few universities, fresh graduates or penultimate graduates, and some underprivileged local students. I like to talk to them, motivate them, and bring my experience to them and try to make a deeper level impact. So I do have a weekly calendar, a monthly calendar, or a quarterly calendar. So I make sure, for example, I may not be able to do charity mentoring weekly, but I make sure at least a couple of hours per month. And that's a minimum. If I'm super busy traveling, then it may be a couple of hours every other month. For art, when there are major shows or fairs or museums, if they can be combined with a work trip or combined with a holiday, then that'll be perfect use of time, or on the weekends. And then family time, spending time playing with my nieces, talking to my grandmother. That takes place weekly to twice a week at least. So I sort of work backwards from these few priorities. Yeah.